Story time. So some time ago, I was working in home health, right? And one of my patients had what's called a PICC line, okay? A peripherally inserted central catheter. It is a tube placed in the arm to access a larger vein. That is given to patients that need long-term intravenous therapy, usually antibiotics, okay? At home. So the patient calls me and he was like, I think this thing is coming out of my arm. Now, I was right down the street at another patient's house because that's typically how home health works. They give you a cluster of patients within the same area so that you're not having to drive to Timbuktu to see these patients. It needs to make sense, right? Now, sometimes patients get paranoid. You know, you get there and everything looks absolutely beautiful, stellar, amazing, but they want somebody there to lay eyes on it to feel better. I had no problem doing that. I was right down the street, like I said. So I get there. I was like, don't worry about it. I'm on my way. I get there. The wife didn't know I was coming. And she was like, what's up? What's going on? I said, your husband called me. He said he's worried that the actual PICC line has been removed from his arm somehow. Okay. And she was like, really? I said, yeah. Let me go take a look. Y'all, she's behind me foot to foot, right up on my heels. She was like, you think he's gonna make it? Bitch. I said, well, I haven't taken a look yet, but typically it is incredibly rare for someone to die from a PICC line accidentally being removed, but it still is something that he needs to go to the ER for if it is out of his arm. She gonna say, so he'll survive, is what you're saying. Yeah. Yes, I think so. Now, I go assess the patient, and the PICC line is mostly removed from his arm. I didn't even waste any time to try to figure out how this happened. I said, you got to go to the ER. I secured it as best as I could, but I was like, you got to go. And she was like, so when we go, they're going to like save him? Yeah, they're going to fix the issue. He's not dying. Bruh.